Odinga and Mudavadi say they had been invited to the commission for a dialogue, and despite the fact that NASA has withdrawn from the fresh presidential election, they showed up anyway. A meeting of all presidential candidates with IEBC, which had been planned for Thursday afternoon, having been postponed.
We were invited by the chairman to come. We just didn't come ourselves, to come and dialogue. And we say that in the interest of peace in this country, we will talk to anybody.
The two say the recent developments at the commission from the chairman Wafula Chebukati and from the departed Roselyn Akombe have proven their assertions that IEBC was not ready for credible elections next week.
A commissioner has quit, saying that there's excessive interference. What you should be asking the commissioner now is who was behind the excessive interference. I cannot answer for Akombe, but she knows from where she is. It's time you people directed the questions there, that who was behind this excessive interference. It is not NASA.
There are staff who are in the secretariat, who are partisan and who are involved in rigging the last elections, who are still in place. So all those do not actually inspire confidence that we can have a proper process.
And when the people who are supposed to level the field are themselves saying that they have not succeeded in leveling the field within the time frame that is there, surely they are telling the Kenyan people that the environment as it stands cannot produce a proper and fair judgment of what the will of the people of Kenya is on this issue.
Akombe and Chebukati yesterday spoke of external forces influencing commissioners and the secretariat in IEBC and hindering a non-partisan process of preparing for the fresh election. One key decision which Akombe said had been shot down by majority of the commissioners is the chairman's idea to postpone the elections and conduct fresh nominations after the withdrawal of NASA candidate Raila Odinga.
If you look at the legal provisions, we could have chosen as a commission to call this a fresh election and give ourselves 90 days to be able to fix the various issues that the chairman has spoken about and then have a credible election. We could have gone back to the Supreme Court and explained the challenges that we face and asked for more time. But unfortunately, there is a section of the country that wants to move ahead with the election at whatever cost. And so you have commissioners who have been tasked to ensure that that happens, whose role is to push and say we must do everything, even if it's at the expense of the life of voters and our staff. We must deliver this election regardless.
Odinga still maintains that he is not taking part in the October 26th election and doesn't even want his name on the ballot paper.
If proper consultations are done and proper reforms are carried out and those fears that we raised are addressed, which made us pull out of this race, then we will consider.
The opposition leader has also not ruled out a chance for dialogue with Uhuru Kenyatta, but says such talks have been spoilt by the notion that he wants to be included in the government.
So I'm not going to fall down to those kind of cheap propaganda being perpetuated by people who are drunk with power. I need nothing from Jubilee. What I want is for the good of this country only, and I don't have to meet to make it appear as if I'm going to beg. I don't need anything from the so-called Mr. William Ruto.
The Commission remains in the unenviable position of having to decide whether it will go on with the elections on the 26th of October or it will shelve its plans and carry out a fresh nomination. Andrew Ochieng, NTV.